She also makes me feel like there's some kind of cultural dish that you know that would be associated with her. Do you understand that piece? Making me think about potatoes right now. Do you understand potatoes with her? Well, there's definitely a grandmother here. This grandmother would be just a ball of love. Do you understand a grandmother passing for you who would be a really, really loving energy for you? She just was like somebody who liked to bring joy to a room. Do you understand this to be on your father's side of the family? This is your dad's mom. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Yeah. She does feel to me someone who would be quite prideful about family. Now, she makes me feel like I have to talk about family and family being a value for her. Do you understand that culturally, family is like the center of her life? She also brings up something about it's either food or it's baking. Now, I know there's a lot of grandmothers who do kind of stuff in the kitchen, but now she's taking me away from baking and she's taking me to cooking. One of her ways of showing love is to cook good food. Now, she also makes me feel like there's some kind of cultural dish that you know that would be associated with her. Do you understand that piece? Making me think about potatoes right now. Do you understand potatoes with her? She says that there's a closeness between you and your dad. What she's most proud of is that your dad champions you. He's the kind of guy where it's like, you don't have to prove yourself to your dad. Your dad has never really made you prove yourself to him. However, you've really wanted to. You understand that piece? You've really wanted to. He sees you as his little girl, and there's some part of you that is really, really wanting to just show him that while you're his little girl, you are an incredible young woman. And there's some part of you that feels like you haven't done that yet. But grandma comes through right now because she gives a lot of acknowledgement for all that you've done. Okay, she showed me divorce papers 2 times. Do you understand a reference to that? Are your parents divorced? All right, your mom feels far away to me for some reason. And then I start to feel like there's some kind of friction here and there's some kind of sadness here. Do you understand having a friction with your mom?
Yeah.
Do you understand having distance with her that would be emotional and geographical? Mm-hmm. There's a lack of understanding between you two about who each of you are. You both feel like you don't understand who the other person is on a certain level. Do you understand that piece?
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel like there was some kind of friction between your grandmother and your mom. It's almost like your grandmother thought, how could you not see the man that my son is? Do you understand this piece that I'm bringing right now? This is the kind of thing you don't want to get wrong, but do you understand some kind of reference to infidelity on your mom's side? All right. So she broke your dad's heart. Yeah. And your grandma was still alive when they split up. Do you understand that piece? Because she makes me feel like I was just mad as hell. She lets me know that she has full forgiveness for anything that there was friction here. She makes me feel like I'm thinking about your mom, like my mind's being drawn to your mom, and it makes me feel like I'm almost in a country on my own, traveling around, like trying to work some stuff out. Do you understand that? I'm alone, and I'm quite lonely and quite creative as well. She is showing me like paintings and galleries. She brings my mind back to the fact that if she could have looked at your mother the way she looked at you, or the way that she sees your mother now, it would have been with fuller, deeper understanding. You took on some of his heartbreak. I think that he actually wanted to protect you from some of the things that happened with the divorce, but it really, really broke your heart. And you're afraid of having to repeat something like that. But she says you don't need to be afraid of that. You're very smart. You're learning lessons. Just keep learning them. But your dad was a big protector for you. He didn't tell you about any of the details. But you still knew and saw and understood things, right? Some of this burden too, she says it's time to take off your shoulders, that it's not your job to make your dad be okay or to get through his heartbreak. And I get the sense that this was actually quite a while ago. It makes me feel like this was more than 10 years ago that this happened, right? And yet that heartbreak inside of you is the fear of going forward alone. And for your dad, I think that he's actually made more progress on the divorce in some ways than maybe your heart has. And that's not a blame. There's nothing wrong with you, but it's just that I don't get this feeling that he's like found a love of his life, but I get the feeling that he's started to move forward in some kind of way, right? And she says, you moving forward and you forgiving this and you feeling like everything's okay again doesn't mean that you love him less or that you protect him less. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that you believe that every opportunity that's out there for you is out there for your dad if he wanted that too. In some way, what she makes me feel right now is that your mom really was withdrawn love from somebody before your dad. And now your grandmother makes me think of your grandfather on the other side. Your mom's dad is over here. Do you understand some kind of reference to like mental illness or anything like that for your mom? Okay, so that's what he shows me my symbol for that right now and says, you're doing the best that you can. Huge acknowledgement for the love that you're able to give. He tells me that you could cut her off if you wanted to, but you've chosen not to do that. He sends apologies through because he makes me feel that in some way he was quite hard. I feel like she got punished. Now he's bringing up years 16 and 18 for your mom, 16 and 18. He makes me feel like I want to say that she distanced herself from her own immediate family when she was just a teenager. Do you understand that? Because she either ran away from home at 16 or 18 and decided not to go back. There was not a lot of mercy and there was not a lot of compassion. Your mom did not have for her what you have with your dad. And so for her, being able to receive love from a man in a way that was not demonstrated to her is one of the hardest lessons that she's been here to learn. That's the soul contract for her. She came here to solve that problem. And I don't think she solved it yet. And part of what she goes through, and I would say with the way that her mind works, has just been having to build up some walls over time because this was a really painful thing for her. So your grandmother comes through today because she's wanting to give you a better understanding that this has nothing to do with you. This has to do a lot with her ability to receive love, especially from men. Ooh, your grandmother makes me feel like I have to say that one of the biggest gifts that she feels that she's given you as a grandmother is the love from your father. I have to talk a little bit about jewelry that may have been passed down of hers. It's hard for me to tell if it's a necklace, but there's a heart shape that goes along with it. And she's just showing me this big heart, and then it makes me feel like it's on a necklace. Do you understand having this piece of her jewelry? Just know that when you wear that, she sees that. She acknowledges that you have that. She's glad that that got passed down to you. I'm going to leave you with her love, right?
Wow, that was wild. That was wild. I mean, so, like, definitely I felt like my grandma has already come like visit me in my dreams and stuff, and like I sometimes feel her just present, so I was hoping that she was gonna be there. And definitely like the heart necklace, that was a gift I received from them ages ago, maybe when I was 18. And yeah, like my parents are divorced. My mom cheated on my dad. All of that is true. And like also that, you know, I don't have a close relationship with my mom. My mom's dad passed when I was 1, so I actually have no memory of him.
Got it.
And I just know like he was in the war. He went to war when he was 17, and I know that it just like destroyed him. She used to make this dish. It's made with like dough, and she would like always make it and then press it through, kind of like you mash a potato.
Yeah.
It was like my favorite dish that she would make.
I love it when they do stuff like that, because she's like, you don't know what this is. You could never know what this is. It's like a cultural cuisine.
Yeah, it's like a German dish.
Yeah.
You know, I have felt like on numerous occasions that I have like that she's near me, like, you know, I felt like her presence. So I guess
that's true.
It's just like a nice way to know, like I can maybe call on her sometimes, or just like know 100%. That she's guiding me. Wow, that was so cool.
I'm so glad.
Thank you.
You're so
welcome. My God.